Alex Morgan stood on the sleek spaceship, staring out at the swirling colors of the alien planet below. He had trained for years for this moment, preparing to represent Earth at the Galactic Council. As the ship landed softly on the bright green grass, he took a deep breath, feeling both excitement and fear. Today would change everything. The palace where the council meeting was held was magnificent, filled with shimmering crystals and glowing lights. Aliens of all shapes and sizes gathered in the grand hall, their voices buzzing with anticipation. Alex adjusted his tie, feeling out of place among such strange beings. Yet, he was determined to make a difference for his planet. As he entered the hall, all eyes turned to him. He felt their stares, some curious and others hostile. The council members were a mix of species, tall, short, slim, and broad, with skin in colors Alex had never seen. At the front of the room stood King Zorak, a powerful figure with fiery red skin and glowing yellow eyes. He was known for his fierce temper, and Alex knew he had to tread carefully. The meeting began with discussions about trade agreements and military alliances. As the council debated, Alex listened closely, noting the rising tension. The aliens seemed distrustful of Earth, worried about its rapid growth. He understood their fears. Earth had its own history of conflict, but he believed this could be a chance for peace. After hours of serious talk, it was time for Alex to speak. He stood up, his heart racing. "Honorable council members," he began, his voice steady. "I believe we can build a strong alliance that benefits us all. To show my commitment, I would like to announce my engagement to Princess Lyra." Gasps echoed throughout the hall. The princess was known for her beauty and kindness, but she was also the king's most treasured child. The shock on everyone's face was palpable, especially on King Zorak's. His eyes narrowed and his lips curled into a snarl. "Explain yourself, human!" the king roared, his voice booming through the hall. "How dare you propose to my daughter without my consent?" Alex swallowed hard but stood his ground. "Your Majesty, I love Princess Lyra. Our union can bring peace between our worlds. Together we can create a brighter future." The crowd buzzed with whispers, a mix of disbelief and intrigue. Some council members exchanged glances, unsure of how to react. Lyra, sitting beside her father, looked at Alex with surprise and admiration. Her heart raced at the boldness of his words. She had secretly admired Alex for his courage and determination. King Zorak clenched his fists, anger radiating from him. "You think this is a game, human? You think you can just take my daughter?" Alex met the king's furious gaze. "I am not taking her, Your Majesty. We are choosing each other. This is not just about us. It's about building bridges between our worlds." The king's expression shifted, torn between rage and uncertainty. Alex could see the wheels turning in his mind. The other council members were watching intently, eager to see how the king would respond. With a deep breath, Zorak straightened his posture. "You will have to prove yourself, Alex Morgan. If you wish to marry my daughter, you must earn my respect and the respect of the Galactic Council. This is not just a matter of love, it is a matter of power." Alex nodded, ready for the challenge. "I will do whatever it takes, Your Majesty. I believe in this alliance, and I believe in Princess Lyra." The king stepped back, still glaring but clearly weighing his options. The room was tense, filled with uncertainty. Alex felt a surge of hope. If he could win over the king and the council, he might just be able to change the course of history for both Earth and the alien world. As the meeting came to a close, whispers filled the hall. The proposal had sparked a fire that could not be ignored. Alex knew this was only the beginning of a long journey. But with Princess Lyra by his side, he felt ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. Together, they would change the fate of their worlds. The day of the royal wedding had finally arrived, and the air was thick with excitement. The palace was transformed into a dazzling display of colors and lights, a true reflection of the love between Alex and Princess Lyra. Flowers of every hue adorned the grand hall, and soft music floated through the air, creating a magical atmosphere. Alex stood in front of a large mirror, adjusting his wedding attire. It was a beautiful suit made from shimmering fabric that changed colors with the light. He felt nervous, yet exhilarated. Today, he would marry the love of his life and strengthen the bond between Earth and the alien world. As he looked at his reflection, Alex thought about the challenges he had faced since his bold proposal. The Galactic Council had not made it easy for him. Some members were still skeptical of his intentions, and King Zorak had kept a watchful eye on him. But none of that mattered now. Today was about love, hope, and a new beginning. The moment finally arrived for the ceremony to begin. Alex took a deep breath and walked into the grand hall. The sight before him was breathtaking. Princess Lyra stood at the end of the aisle, radiant in her flowing gown, adorned with sparkling jewels that caught the light. Her long hair cascaded down her back, and her eyes sparkled with joy. As she walked towards him, Alex felt his heart race. The crowd of aliens and humans stood in silence, captivated by the scene. He could see the smiles on Lyra's friends and family, but King Zorak's expression remained stern, a reminder of the challenges ahead. The ceremony began, led by an elder alien with long, flowing robes. He spoke in a melodious voice, sharing words of wisdom about love, unity, and the strength of partnerships. Alex listened closely, feeling the weight of his responsibilities as he joined two worlds together. As they exchanged vows, Alex spoke from the heart. "I promise to love and cherish you, Lyra. Together we will build a future where our worlds can thrive in peace and harmony." Lyra's voice was soft but strong. "I vow to stand by your side, Alex. No matter the challenges we face, our love will be a bridge between our peoples." As they exchanged rings, a bright light filled the hall and cheers erupted from the crowd. The moment was perfect, but Alex could still feel the tension in the air. He caught a glimpse of King Zorak, who still looked displeased. Alex knew he had to win over the king, but today he would celebrate his love. After the ceremony, the reception began. Tables were filled with delicious food from both Earth and the alien planet. Alex marveled at the variety of dishes, some familiar and others entirely new. He watched as guests mingled, enjoying the celebration of love and unity. As the couple made their way through the crowd, Lyra took Alex's hand. "I can't believe we're finally married. This is just the beginning, Alex. We have so much to do." Alex smiled, squeezing her hand. "I know, but today let's enjoy this moment. We'll face whatever comes next together." The couple danced together, surrounded by friends and family. The music was lively, a blend of human and alien melodies that created a beautiful harmony. As they twirled and laughed, Alex felt a sense of belonging he had never known before. Suddenly, the atmosphere shifted. King Zorak approached, his expression still stern. The crowd fell silent as he stepped forward, towering over the newlyweds. "Alex Morgan," the king said, his voice commanding, "you have married my daughter, and with that comes great responsibility. You must prove yourself worthy of our trust." Alex straightened his back, ready to face the challenge. "I understand, Your Majesty. I will do everything in my power to earn your respect and the respect of the Galactic Council." King Zorak studied him for a moment, then nodded. "Very well. Show me that your love is not just words, but action. The future of our worlds depends on it." With that, the king turned and walked away, leaving Alex and Lyra standing together. Lyra looked up at Alex, her eyes filled with determination. "Together we will show them our love is strong," she said confidently. As the celebrations continued around them, Alex and Lyra shared a quiet moment, knowing that their journey was only beginning. They were ready to face whatever challenges awaited them, united in love and hope. Today was a celebration, but tomorrow would bring new trials, and together they would rise to meet them. As the days passed after the royal wedding, the excitement that filled the palace began to fade. Alex Morgan settled into his new life as a human diplomat on the alien planet, but he could sense that not everyone was happy about his marriage to Princess Lyra. Whispers echoed through the halls, and the tension in the air grew thicker. During a council meeting, Alex sat beside Lyra at the long, elegant table. King Zorak presided over the meeting, his gaze sharp as he listened to the council members. Today's topic was serious: trade disputes between two powerful alien factions. Alex leaned forward, eager to contribute, but the king's glare made him hesitate. "Let us resolve this matter swiftly," Zorak declared, his voice deep and commanding. "The council must work together, or we risk losing everything." One of the council members, a tall alien with blue skin and sharp features, spoke up. "And what do we know of the human's opinion on this matter? Can he truly understand our ways?" The words dripped with doubt, and Alex felt the eyes of the room on him. "I believe I can help," Alex replied, trying to keep his voice steady. "On Earth, we have faced similar disputes, and I can offer insights that might help bridge our differences." King Zorak's expression hardened. "Do not overstep your boundaries, human. Your place is to support our decisions, not to lead them." The council members murmured among themselves, some nodding in agreement with Zorak. Alex's heart sank. He had thought his marriage to Lyra would open doors, but instead, it seemed to close them. After the meeting, Lyra pulled Alex aside. "Don't let them get to you. They are not used to a human being part of our council. It will take time for them to accept you." "I know, Lyra," Alex replied, frustration creeping into his voice. "But it feels like they are testing me at every turn. I want to help, but it seems like I'm being pushed away." Lyra squeezed his hand, her expression filled with determination. "We will show them. Together, we can prove that our love can bring our worlds closer." That evening, as the sun set behind the alien mountains, Alex and Lyra walked in the palace gardens, the vibrant colors of alien plants glowing around them. But their peaceful moment was interrupted when a loud commotion broke out nearby. "What's happening?" Alex asked, frowning as they approached the source of the noise. In the courtyard, a group of council members were gathered, arguing heatedly. King Zorak stood in the center, looking furious. Alex and Lyra edged closer to hear the heated words being exchanged. "Your daughter has made a mistake," shouted the blue-skinned alien from earlier. "A human cannot lead us. He brings nothing but chaos to our traditions." "Silence!" King Zorak roared, his eyes blazing. "Alex is part of our family now. He has my daughter's heart, and that should mean something." Alex felt a mix of anger and fear. The king was defending him, but the tension was palpable. The council members turned their backs, grumbling among themselves. "This is only the beginning," Lyra whispered, concern etched on her face. "If they don't accept you, they may try to undermine our marriage." "We can't let that happen," Alex said, determination filling his voice. "We need to find a way to win them over, to show them that our alliance is strong." The following days were tense. While Alex tried to connect with council members, many avoided him, refusing to engage in conversation. He could feel the distance growing. Rumors spread like wildfire, and it seemed that every move he made was scrutinized. One evening, as Alex prepared for another council meeting, he overheard a conversation between two council members in the hallway. "He doesn't belong here," one said. "We should remind them of their place." Alex's heart raced. He knew they were plotting against him. He shared his concerns with Lyra, who looked worried but resolute. "We must be cautious," she warned. "If we confront them too openly, it might cause more harm than good. We need a plan to show our strength as a united front." Alex nodded, feeling the weight of the situation. He had come to this alien world to bring peace and understanding, but now he felt like a target. The stakes were higher than ever, and he knew that if they didn't act quickly, their marriage and the alliance between their worlds could be at risk. With determination burning in their hearts, Alex and Lyra set out to find a way to turn the tides in their favor. Together, they would fight against the brewing trouble and show the Galactic Council that their love was a force to be reckoned with. Tension filled the palace as whispers of rebellion against Alex grew louder. Council members openly questioned his role, and King Zorak was caught in the middle. The situation was becoming dire, and Alex felt the pressure mounting. He knew he had to prove himself, not just for his sake, but for Lyra and their future together. One evening, as the sun dipped below the alien horizon, King Zorak summoned Alex to his private chambers. As Alex entered, he found the king pacing back and forth, his face a mixture of worry and anger. "Alex," Zorak said, his voice low but firm, "we must address the growing dissent. My council believes your marriage to my daughter is a mistake. They think you are a threat to our traditions." Alex took a deep breath, his heart pounding. "Your Majesty, I only wish to help and support the alliance between our worlds. I want to show them that I am worthy of this position." The king stopped pacing and turned to face him. "Then you must accept my challenge. It will be a test of your strength and resolve. If you succeed, you will earn their respect. If you fail, you risk losing everything." Alex's stomach twisted. "What kind of challenge?" "Tomorrow at dawn, you will compete in the trials of strength," Zorak explained. "You will face our best warriors in a series of tests that will measure your physical and mental abilities. If you win, the council may change their opinion. If you lose, well, I cannot protect you from the consequences." The king's words hung heavy in the air. Alex knew this was a pivotal moment, not just for him, but for Lyra and their hopes for the future. He could feel the weight of the alien world's expectations pressing down on him. "Very well," Alex replied, determination hardening in his voice. "I accept the challenge. The next morning, Alex stood in the grand arena, surrounded by alien warriors, each more formidable than the last. The arena was filled with spectators, their curious eyes watching him closely. He felt a mixture of fear and excitement. This was his chance to prove himself. As the trials began, Alex faced several challenges. The first was a test of strength, where he had to lift a heavy stone. The alien warriors laughed as he struggled, their mocking voices echoing in his ears. But Alex pushed through, remembering his training on Earth. He finally lifted the stone, surprising even himself, and the crowd fell silent. Next came a test of agility, where he had to navigate a complex obstacle course. Alex ran with all his might, leaping over barriers and ducking under low-hanging branches. He stumbled but quickly regained his balance. As he crossed the finish line, a cheer erupted from the audience. For the first time, he felt a sense of acceptance. The final challenge was a duel against one of the king's best warriors, a fierce alien named Gorthak. As they faced off, Alex's heart raced. Gorthak towered over him, muscles rippling beneath his skin. "Are you ready to meet your end, human?" Gorthak taunted, his voice a deep growl. Alex took a deep breath, focusing on the task ahead. He remembered his training, the lessons of courage and perseverance. "I'm not here to lose," Alex replied, determination in his eyes. The duel began, and the two warriors clashed. Gorthak charged at him, swinging a heavy weapon. Alex dodged just in time, feeling the rush of air as the weapon whizzed past him. He quickly countered, using his agility to his advantage. As the fight continued, Alex found himself gaining confidence. He realized that he could hold his own against Gorthak. With each strike, he pushed harder, surprising the crowd with his skill and determination. In a moment of inspiration, Alex feigned an attack, causing Gorthak to overextend. Seizing the opportunity, Alex moved in quickly, knocking the weapon from Gorthak's hand. The alien warrior stumbled, and Alex swiftly used his own momentum to throw Gorthak to the ground. The arena erupted in cheers as Alex stood over Gorthak, breathing heavily but triumphant. He had done it. He had won the trials, proving that he was not just a human diplomat, but a formidable warrior. King Zorak stepped forward, pride shining in his eyes. "You have shown great strength and courage, Alex. You have earned your place among us." The council members, who had once doubted him, began to murmur in approval. They realized that Alex was not just an outsider, but a valuable ally. As the crowd celebrated, Lyra rushed to his side, her eyes sparkling with joy. "You did it, Alex! You proved them wrong!" Alex smiled, feeling a wave of relief wash over him. They had taken a significant step forward, but he knew that challenges lay ahead. Together, they would continue to fight for their love and their future, no matter what obstacles came their way. The arena buzzed with excitement as Alex stood victorious, the cheers of the crowd echoing in his ears. He had proven himself in the trials of strength, and for the first time, the council members regarded him with newfound respect. As he stepped down from the platform, he felt a rush of relief mixed with hope. This was not just a victory for him, but for his love with Lyra and their future together. After the trials, King Zorak called for a celebration in honor of Alex's victory. The palace was adorned with vibrant decorations, and alien musicians played joyous tunes. Lyra was radiant in her gown, her eyes sparkling with pride as she embraced Alex. "You did it, Alex!" she exclaimed, beaming at him. "You have earned the respect of the council and our people." "Thanks to you, Lyra," Alex replied, feeling grateful for her unwavering support. "Without you, I might have given up." As the celebration continued, council members approached Alex to congratulate him. They extended their hands and offered words of admiration. The tall, blue-skinned alien who had doubted him before now smiled warmly. "You have proven your strength and wisdom, Alex. We welcome you as a true member of our council." The atmosphere in the palace shifted from skepticism to acceptance. Alex realized that he had not only won the trials, but had also broken down the walls of prejudice that had surrounded him since he arrived. This was a new beginning for him, Lyra, and their families. As the night wore on, the music swelled and the alien guests began to dance. Alex watched as Lyra twirled gracefully, her movements fluid and elegant. He felt a swell of love and admiration for her. Despite the challenges they had faced, they had emerged stronger together. Later that evening, King Zorak called for Alex and Lyra to join him on the balcony overlooking the kingdom. The stars sparkled brightly above them, and the glow of the city below illuminated the night. "Tonight marks a new chapter in our alliance," Zorak said, his tone serious yet proud. "Your victory in the trials has shown us that strength comes in many forms. Your love for my daughter proves that unity between our worlds is possible." Alex nodded, feeling the weight of responsibility on his shoulders. "I will do everything I can to ensure that our alliance remains strong, Your Majesty." "And I will support you, Alex," Lyra added, her voice full of conviction. "Together, we will create a future where our worlds can thrive in harmony." Just as they were about to step back inside, a commotion erupted in the courtyard below. A group of council members argued fiercely, their voices raised in anger. Alex and Lyra exchanged worried glances. "What's happening?" Alex asked, concern creeping into his voice. King Zorak's expression darkened. "It seems there are still those who oppose our alliance. They believe that your presence is a threat, despite your victory." Alex's heart raced. He had hoped that winning the trials would silence the dissenters, but it appeared the fight was far from over. "We need to address this," he said firmly. Zorak nodded. "You are right. We cannot allow fear and misunderstanding to undermine the progress we have made." The next day, a council meeting was called. Alex stood before the members, his heart pounding. He could feel the tension in the room, the eyes of skeptics fixed upon him. He took a deep breath and began to speak. "Honorable council members, I understand that my presence may be unsettling to some of you," Alex started, his voice steady. "But I am here to bridge the gap between our worlds. Together we can build a future filled with opportunity and understanding." The room was silent, and for a moment he feared that his words were falling on deaf ears. But then one council member raised his hand. "I once doubted you, human," he said, his voice thoughtful. "But I see now that your strength lies not just in your victories, but in your heart." A murmur of agreement rippled through the council. Encouraged, Alex continued, "Let us work together to share our cultures, our ideas, and our strengths. We have the chance to create something truly remarkable." By the end of the meeting, the atmosphere had shifted again. The council members began to discuss plans for collaboration between humans and aliens. Alex could feel hope blossoming in the air. As the sun set over the alien world, casting a warm glow over the palace, Alex took Lyra's hand and smiled. "We did it, Lyra. Together we can change the future." With love and determination, they stepped into the new beginning that awaited them, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. Together they would build a bridge between their worlds, proving that love could conquer all barriers and fears.